Welcome to another episode of The Disruptive Marketer. I'm Jeffrey Colon of Microsoft. In this week's episode, I'm back in Bellevue, Washington, close to Redmond, of course, where the headquarters of Microsoft is, to talk a little bit about a new metric that we probably should be using a little bit more in marketing, but we're not. And that metric really ties in with customer love and engagement. So this is, of course, a metric that many of us in social media for a long time have paid much attention to, and for obvious reasons. Engagement, although not a 100% indicator on how things will perform or how a business will perform, it at least gives you a better idea of what customers and people are looking for in terms of your products and services. So it's interesting that this past week, during an event in New York City, announcing a number of interesting devices for the company, including the Surface Book and the new Microsoft Band, that Satya Nadella, the CEO, mentioned in an interview with The Verge that the company was paying more attention to Net Promoter Score, or a metric that actually gives more attention to customer love and engagement. So the question that we now have to think about is this a good number to actually pay attention to? So in my upcoming book, Disruptive Marketing, it is one of the areas that I actually have put emphasis on, that we shouldn't pay as much attention to revenue, that those are actually lagging indicators. They're not necessarily an indicator that allows us to understand how a company is going to perform, and really pay more attention to overall engagement. What are customers saying about your current products as well as the industry you're in? And this is where we have to think about future predictive models, which is not an expert science, so to speak. James Sarawecki wrote this in his book, The Wisdom of Crowds. Many people, if you put a good sort of diverse group of people together and say, figure out this problem of where we're going in the future, they can actually come up with some very interesting scenarios. So do you have that type of group that exists within your organization? Or if you're a sole proprietor, are you asking enough diverse voices to get a really good idea of how you should be attacking customer problems or building sort of the best services for people? At the end of it all, what we're really doing in business is trying to figure out people. And hopefully you will continue to try to do that as well. I'm Jeffrey Colon from Microsoft, another episode of The Disruptive Marketer. Next week, we'll come to you from the main campus of Microsoft, talking a little bit about some new ways of getting feedback from people, and on some interesting platforms. So we'll hope you'll join me then. Follow me on Twitter at DJGeoffe, or check out more information at disruptivemarketer.net. Namaste.